listeners. Welcome to the war, the information war. D-Lake for Prez, that's right. Stupid idiots, losers, and sons of bitches. Tonight we're going to talk about Hillary for prison in 2016. And also, my man Donald Trump's heart of gold. He's got a heart of gold, no joke. Caution. Never go full Magneto. It could be very, 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 very dangerous. We don't want that. Hillary for prison 2016 ? In today's top headlines. What does Trump supporter and guy that's been in politics for a really long time, Wayne Allyn Root? In fact, Wayne Allyn Root was had the same major in college as President Barack Hussein Obama, or Barry Soetoro, but he never heard of those names. He never knew anyone named Barry. He never knew anyone Barack. He never knew anyone that knew anyone named those names. He never knew anything about it. Never heard of the guy, never saw the guy, never talked to the guy. And this is the guy, Wayne Allyn Root, that, come on. He pretty much knew everybody. And he's jumping big time, pretty big time behind Trump. And Trump was saying a week ago or 2 weeks ago that what Hillary's doing is criminal. And you guys say Trump never apologizes, but he does pull back to be somewhat I wouldn't call it politically correct, but just staying within the law of what you say. He sort of refined his statements to say it's probably criminal. Okay? Wayne Allyn Root says in the top headline today, Hillary is more likely to go to the big house. That's slang for prison. Than the White House. Now, reading now in the voice of Wayne Allyn Root, it's all over for Hillary Clinton. How bad is it? Hillary is now more likely to wind up in the big house than the White House. How bad is it? The cover-up of and conspiracy in Benghazi is the least of her worries. So, Bulldog Trey Gowdy, that's the least of her worries now. Well, I just saw an interview the other day with Trey Gowdy who was saying that, hey, I just wanted the relevant documents to what happened in Benghazi and Libya. At this point, with all her secret email scandal, private server in Chappaqua, New York, whatever, he's saying, I got to leave it up to the attorneys general and the DOJ and the special prosecutors if we get those. And how bad is it? No one is even mentioning the Clinton Foundation, where she accepted $2 billion in bribes. Donations. Excuse me. Well, Secretary of State, much of it from foreign governments who are, not really the best on women's rights. Megyn Kelly, you stupid. Well, quickly awarding contracts to those same countries and companies. Oh, isn't that fancy and special? Isn't that called treason? ? Says Wayne Allyn Root. That's not even on the radar screen yet. How bad is it? Italicized. The scandal doesn't even involve 32,000 emails she chose to erase. And the server she purposely destroyed by erasing, clearing, wiping. No, this is the first of many criminal investigations to come against Hillary. Involves only 2 top secret classified documents sent to her. Yeah, 2 out of 40 so far. Okay, great. Thank you. Involves only 2 top secret emails because the intelligence community only looked at 40 emails. Okay, I just said that. 40, thank you. What happens when they gain access to all 32,000 of Hillary's emails? Will they find hundreds or thousands of classified documents? Of course they will. Where did I post that earlier? I don't even know. Wait, let me go back to me. I'm not really sure. Where did I post that earlier? I was all like, oh, Daryl Issa chimed in with his fanciness, saying how they would go, he would go after those missing emails and the like and all that other stuff. And I'm like, Daryl, don't drag your feet on this one. What took you so long to get to Lois Lerner and her stupid fucking emails and all that other stuff, you know? I don't know what's going on with my camera, but whatever. Yeah, so I was like, I have no viewers, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I commented on Glenn Beck's page last night and again today, and he's like, D-Like, it's not about you, it's about Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh and Ann Coulter and all these other people supporting Trump. I want to know what they're thinking. Basically, I just kept reiterating the fact that Glenn Beck doesn't understand jack shit. And he bans Trump from his page because Ariana Huffington did the same thing. What a fucking idiot. Why don't you go drink some more diet soda and go blind, you stupid blind bat? Glenn Beck, I'm sick and tired of your shit. Glenn Beck. He's like, you don't have a radio show almost. Sure I do. Go to YouTube. It's called Welcome to the War. Maniac. I got more videos than the Blaze. No, they want me on the Blaze. They're like, hey, can we get you on the Blaze? I'm like, I already got to put in my application at Infowars.com. Rather work there. But those guys, they're like, you know, I mean, I go to my Facebook right now and let's see. Look. Let me go to my Facebook. Screen share. Screen share or D-Likes Facebook. Just changed my cover page. Oh, look, Alex Jones is my number 2 most favorite friend. And there's Kyle Phillips, my number 1 most favorite person there now. Now we're going to get to Donald Trump's heart of gold here shortly, but let's continue with Hillary Clinton being investigated. Last night on my personal page, D-Lake, I posted a poll question. The Media Speaks, a TMS live poll. Do you think Hillary Clinton will A, go to prison, B, drop out of the 2016 race for president, C, lose her security clearance and be barred from running, or D, none of the above? Explanations are awesome. Thanks. Now, let me go back to me so you can't just necessarily see who's saying what. But let me read a couple of the responses. D. Answer D. I haven't seen anything to lead me to believe otherwise. There's always some dirt that is dug up for a campaign. This individual can predict that Trump will drop out. I disagree with you, individual. Another individual says, under the current administration, these are friends of mine. I'm just saying individual to protect their identities. Under the current administration, if Lois Lerner could get away with what she did, so can Hillary. Well, do I need to go back to Daryl Issa? I mean, it's like, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth. Let's go look at D-Lake's awesome, amazing remix. That should get me a job hired. No doubt she gets away with it. However, I think she pays a price for it politically. Thank you. The first person to commented again and said it will go nowhere, just like Whitewater. Another individual says, this appears to be a female individual, says, can we add answer? Wishful thinking likely. They want to add answer E, all of the above. But if D is none of the above, how could E be all the above? I thought about that, but okay. Another individual says, answer E. I said explanations are awesome in the place of the letter E. But people are adding their own answers by saying E and saying preferential elite treatment. Okay, I might agree with that one. Good call there, individual. Another individual. This is another individual that I knew from high school. says D, none of the above. Thanks, Facebook. She has immunity from the law, and the MSM, or mainstream media, isn't ready or willing to take her down. Interesting point, individual. Okay, so that person said D. The next person also says D, political class immunity. Remember, D was none of the above. Oh, Sam, Kaylin. Okay, sorry, I just exposed an individual, but this is someone that you know from the show. So this individual says, answer D, none of the above, since that always happens with the Clintons. Then I said D, none of the above, seems the most popular answer so far. Then a actually rather prominent known individual says, I think E, adding their own answer, get a handshake for funding new and even more creative ways to break laws and be corrupt. Then another friend of mine says, answer D, I think she will get beat by Bernie Sanders. Feel the burn. Feel the burn, baby. Burn, baby, burn. I don't think that's going to happen, my friend. But another friend says D, simply D. Another friend who's actually been on the show says D, none of the above. I think she'll be the next president. I hate to say it, but there's nobody running against her. Well, there are a couple people. There's Martin O'Malley and Bernie Sanders and Webb and Jaffe or Caffey or something like that. I don't know. We don't even know these people yet. It'd be nice if the Democrats had a debate. They're going to use their first debate to disseminate everything that happened in the GOP debate. It's going to go in the order that the GOP seems to always go first. Then the Democrats just rip apart everything they say until the GOP says, hey, can we let the Democrats go first for once so we can rip apart what they say? And it's like, no. We can't do that. Okay. Anyways, going back to Wayne Allen Root's article, he says there's top secret emails, and you think they found only 2 out of 40? Hillary broke the law every single day with her personal emails. Okay, she set up a private email server account. And to me, personally, the most egregious element to the whole thing is that, well, I mean, I guess the president couldn't really see what she was up to. But was Obama really trying to see what she was up to? But more importantly, watchdog groups like Judicial Watch, when they went to file a FOIA or Freedom of Information Act request to get to garner information, to get documents and information, they were repeatedly told that we do not have that information. Now, a precedence that was set is that back when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State and watchdog groups such as Judicial Watch were filing FOIA requests or Freedom of Information Act requests, they were not. I repeat, they were not getting that information. We don't have that. We don't have what you're looking for. Well, why didn't you have it? Oh, well, now it turns out it's because it was at Hillary Clinton's Chappaqua home on a private fucking server, okay? And she's like, oh, well, the Secret Service maintained it and made sure no one broke in and tucked a server under their raincoat with Groucho glasses on. Thanks. Great, yeah. I'm sure the Chinese and the Russians have no idea what our American top secrets are. Hillary Clinton, to quote Donald Trump, you're the worst Secretary of State in the history of the United States. But I'm glad you flew all those miles. That's special and fancy and wonderful and unique. And why don't you just get into the presidential office, be the first woman president, so you could redesign the West Wing? We're all curious what your lesbian proclivity for design would be. We want to see what you and Huma Abedin come up with. And if it's goofy giant fucking necklaces, lesbian affair necklaces, I don't give a goddamn. So go to hell. Harold. Drive me crazy here. Oh, Clinton's gonna let's take a look at her comments on questions over her emails. I'm sure this will be fascinating and a rewarding watch, and we'll probably learn so much. And she's facing 20 years in prison. That's a link. Oh, her key aides might be facing that kind of time in prison. Well, wouldn't that be fancy? Oh, and they'll point their fingers at Hillary to try to lower their own prison sentences.
First, I want to say a word about what's in the news today.
No!
And
in the news today, you're going to jail. Whoa. I'd like to address the women of Orange is the New Black.
It's because there have been a lot of inaccuracies, as Congressman Cummings made clear this morning. Maybe the heat is getting to everybody. We all have a responsibility.
Okay. Thank you, Cummings. That guy is a douchebag. Let me quote Cummings. I would never want to quote the Republican Trey Gowdy, but let me quote his counterpart. That's just in there to say the opposite of what Gowdy says, Mr. Cummings. Thank you.
Ability to get this right. I have released 55,000 pages of emails.
Oh to the ho. Okay, let me stop Hillary right there. Let me stop you right there, Hillary. Going back to me. Trying to turn off the screen share. Thank you. Hillary released, I think it's stuck. Hillary did release 55,000 pages. Can you guys still hear me? 55,000 pages, pieces of paper that were printouts of 30,000 plus electronic communications, in other words, emails. Okay. Why couldn't you just hand over the electronic emails? Why couldn't you hand over the server back in March when it was, or even earlier? Why couldn't you hand it over when you left the State Department? Why couldn't you hand it over in 2012? Why did you even open the account on a private server, homebrew server at your Chappaqua home? Is it Chappaqua or Chappaqua? I don't know. But seriously, I mean, come on. At what point did you say this is going to be an issue? When you were making sure that no one could see what you were saying? When you were blocking Freedom of Information Act requests? When you were just doing your own fancy thing? When you and Huma Abedin were arranging lesbianic affairs to lick each other's vaginas and pussies and all that, titties and stuff, and buttholes? You are screen sharing. Stop. Let me go back to me. Thank you. Trying to. I don't know. Hillary is now a presidential candidate under a criminal investigation by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, and the DOJ, otherwise known as the Department of Justice. Her key aides are under investigation. Cheryl Mills, Huma Abedin, lesbian lovers. I just heard you giggle in there, fool. My friend likes my commentary. They will point fingers at Hillary to try to lower their own prison sentences. Oh, yes, they will. I already read that. Thank you. And thank you for watching. Looks like I have a couple of viewers. That's great. Thank you. D-Lake for Prez, themediaspeaks.com. That's what I'm talking about. What? Donald Trump has a heart of gold. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. You didn't see those two black women talking about Donald Trump, raising it up for the black people? Tell Megyn Kelly, you better just go interview motherfuckers on Sesame Street. They didn't say MF. I added that. But they said, go back to Sesame Street, and you better, if you got an idea what a question you want to ask Mr. Trump, you better run that by us. What I really like, number 5, is that she had the hype girl sitting next to her, so everything he said or she said, the other lady was like, yeah, go on, girl, do it. I wish I had a hype man sit next to me. Like, everything I said, they'd just be like, yeah, that's right. Yep. Keep going, D-Lake. D-Lake for Prez. Yep. Yeah. I'd be like, and Hillary needs to go to prison. And then I'd be like, yeah, that's right. You know, like, I'm pretty hyped. Maybe I'll get on Drudge Report then. They got on Drudge Report. They even had a new video today. Oh, they're back again. Viewers view. Those two black ladies, I really like them. They're special. I really like their flavor. So don't accuse me of being racist. I didn't throw any pig wrestling protesters over any fences with my Confederate flags or anything like that. Okay. Let me go to this special article since the camera on me just you know, I got a face for radio. Here we go. Screen share. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Much rather look at people's feet over here. No, let's not. Is there any way I can prevent that from showing? Trying my best. I'm trying to take the feet out of the picture. There we go. All right. Wow. Airlines refuse to fly critically ill 3-year-old to doctors. So the 3-year-old's parents call Trump. Something amazing happened on Tuesday that no one took notice of at the time. Presidential hopeful Donald Trump's private 727 took off from Los Angeles and landed in New York City, much as it has for years. But this time, one thing was different. While Trump wasn't on board, 3 other passengers were. 3-year-old Andrew Ten and his parents. What led to this trip is a story that's both heartbreaking and heartwarming. Because Donald Trump has a heart of gold. Andrew is struggling with a breathing condition that doctors in California on the West Coast have not yet been able to identify. He could be a mutant. Wanting the best care available for their son, the Tens decided to fly east towards New York and meet with doctors. Remarkably, however, commercial airlines refused the family due to the oxygen tank, suction machine, adrenaline syringe, and other medical equipment Andrew needed to endure the flight. Running out of ideas, the Tens decided to try a 1 in a million shot. They reached out to Donald Trump and asked for his help, and that is a link. The billionaire real estate tycoon jumped into action immediately, offering to make his luxurious private jet available to help the Tens in their hour of need. Andrew's father, Harold Ten, said, quote, Mr. Trump did not hesitate when we called him up. He said, yes, I'll send my plane out, end quote. When reporters asked why the Tens thought Trump went to the expense of making his jet available to them, Harold replied, because he's a good man. He has 3 children of his own. He knows what being a parent is all about, end quote. Say what you will about Donald Trump's bluster, occasional rudeness, and brutal sense of competition. All links. It's clear the man has a heart that's made of gold. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump's got a heart made of gold. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I am personally backing Donald Trump in his run for the 2016 presidential race. If you didn't know, I actually met Donald Trump in person. That's right, I did, at the season finale of The Apprentice season 5. The last season of people that weren't celebrities before they went to the Celebrity Apprentice, season 5, because my sister was a candidate on The Apprentice, Andrea Lake. I'm D Lake for Prez. I'm sure you could figure out the relationship there. She's my sister. And she did awesome. I think it was, I don't remember what exact episode it was. It was later into the season. Brent, all those other douchebags have been fired. She had 2 wins and 0 losses as project manager when she was fired. Sitting in with Trump on that particular day was Donald Jr. and Ivanka, his daughter. Normally, Trump was flanked by George and Catherine. And at the after party of the season finale, I bumped into, or not Catherine, Caroline. I bumped into Caroline. And I said, Caroline, how's it going? She looked beautiful, by the way. They all did. Ivanka, Melania, Caroline, they all looked just radiant and gorgeous. And I said, Caroline, I have a feeling, had you been there on that particular episode, when all the little short midget bitches ganged up on my titan of a sister to try to take her out, she was fired. And even the producers, right after Trump said you're fired, they were all like, they had their hands in their, they had their heads in their hands, like, oh, we shouldn't have done that. But said, Caroline, I have a feeling that if you were there that week that my sister was fired, she would not have been fired and most likely would have won. And she said, she didn't say anything, but she did this, if you're watching. Tap, tap to the nose, finger point, wink, and smile at D Lake. She let me know, you hit it right on the fucking nose. You know exactly what you're talking about. Exactly. Yes. It came down to 2 finalists. That was Sean and that guy's name wasn't Tony. Sean and I don't know, the other guy. He didn't win. And Sean was allowed to bring back 3 previously fired people. He brought back my sister Andrea, also Tarek, and the chick they said he was dating at the time, the dark-haired girl. I'm forgetting all the names right now. I'm terrible at telling this story. But meanwhile, behind the scenes, he had a real girlfriend. Oh, Tammy. That was her name, Tammy. He wasn't interested in Tammy. Well, he might have been interested in Tammy, but he had a girlfriend back home, so that might have created some rocky relations. And I heard from Tarek. I heard from the black girl. I heard from the short chick. I heard from Lenny, the Russian guy. I heard from, did I say Tarek already? I heard from, what was that other guy's name? I heard from all the contestants that the way that the show was edited was, you know, it's made for TV. The Apprentice is made for TV. It's not exactly the way that it happened. And that's a perfect reflection of what's going on right now in the media, because go watch Donald Trump's speech in Memphis, Tennessee in full. Watch the whole thing. And then go look at what the media reports, one fucking sentence. Watch his Watch his announcement speech. And a week later, Univision decides to take out the one little part where he said they're sending rapists. Mexico is sending. He actually had, that actually got brought up in the debates where he said Mexico was sending. People didn't pick up on it. The people aren't picking up on the little things. That they're not getting the, they don't follow. Most people don't follow these things like I do. They're not picking up on the, nuances. Okay? They're just getting fucking fed the headlines like a bottle of beer. That'll make you burp. Fuck it. Trump has a heart of gold. I think he's going to secure the border, which is what we need. I think he's going to implement a fair tax. Maybe not a flat tax, but definitely a fair tax. I heard his plan was 5, 10, 15, 20. 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%, depending on your income. And that's it. You could fill out your tax form on a postcard, send it in, put H&R block out of the military. All the Republicans are warmongers. Let's just get that out of the way. But his plan is to make our military so strong, so proficient, so giant, so great, so amazing, so scientifically advanced that no country would ever want to fuck with us at all, or mess with us, or deal with us. Well, they'll deal with us. They'll deal with us to say, just leave us alone, give us a little bit of that Trump money, let us suck off the Trump teat. They want to suckle off the teat, and then they'll be good. But other than that, we're going to be like, dude, if you try to nuclear proliferate, if you try to keep building those nuclear weapons at Iran, we're not going to like that idea. So you better stop that right now. Like, even if he comes in with a bad deal, such as the Iran deal, he's going to find a way to turn it around. Okay, look, I'm not his fucking lawyer. I'm not that much for him that if shit turns out all backwards, wrong, and crazy, then I'm not going to be held personally responsible. Just saying, I like the stuff that he says. I feel he is being treated unfairly in the media. What was that question from Megyn Kelly at the debates? Okay, here's my imitation of Megyn Kelly at the debates. So, Donald Trump, are you still beating your wife every night and slamming her face into the concrete? Hey, Jeb Bush, you seem like such a wonderful person. And can you tell us all the magical ways that you're so awesome? Ben Carson, you seem to be a black person. Can you tell us about your blackness a little bit and how it relates to Obama being black? But we're not racist. We're fair and balanced. We're Fox News. Thank you. Hey, Rick Santorum. Oh, no, that was earlier in the day. Hey, Chris Christie, why do you remind us so much of a big fat loser? Hey, thank you. Oh, no, but let us spend the most time on Trump. And also, Trump, isn't it true that after over 100 deals, that 4 times you filed corporate bankruptcy and used the laws of the United States to your advantage? How dare you? Fucking how dare you? How many people lost their jobs? Not as many as would have lost their jobs if I didn't pull out when I did, asshole. But you can't say that. You can't. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. Go look it up. Rapist is not a cuss word. Hell, damn, fat pigs, dogs, disgusting animals. But when was the last time you heard Trump blather off some F words or some GDs or some like Bush, the GD Constitution? Or when was the last time he said the N word? He didn't pick a fight with Black Lives Matter, okay, you stupid idiots. He said, I'm protecting my microphone. To me, he sounded like a rapper. He's like, you don't touch my mic because I don't like, if you touch my microphone, you're going home. You'll get arrested. You'll get escorted out. Without a doubt, I'm Donald Trump. What, bitch? He's like Breaking Bad. He's like, bitch, what, bitch? Come on, I'm Donald Trump up in here. No, but fuck it, you're fired. Oh yeah, that was in the headlines too. Donald Trump got fired from NBC's The Apprentice. Go watch his speeches. He said that he told NBC that he was running for president. They didn't like that idea. They said, come back and join The Apprentice when you're done with your little fantasy idea. Guess what, guys, ladies and gentlemen, and Glenn Beck, you stupid fucking idiot, who I already talked about. Maybe it's not a fantasy. Maybe it's reality. And maybe he could win. You know, I have to talk about this on my own show, because if I talk about this, when I talk about this tomorrow with the guys, they're gonna be like, you are way out there. You are out there on the reservation with Magneto and the other mutants and the X-Men, and we just do not. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for watching on Be Like for Prez. Tonight, we talked about Hillary Clinton for prison in 2016. What do you think? Comment below. Do you think that's a good idea? Should she go to prison? Actually, comment below. Answer my question that I asked on Facebook. Let me find that question again real quick. Let's see. Here it is. Okay. So you can answer the question with the following answers. Do you think Hillary Clinton will A, go to prison, B, drop out of the 2016 presidential race, C, lose her security clearance and be barred from running, or D, none of the above? None of that's going to happen, because I live in fantasy land, according to Kyle, and he thinks he knows how the real world works, where that never happens. And if you want to explain in the comments below, that'd be awesome too. That'll help me with my show tomorrow. Just using all your ideas to perpetrate that I'm the one that's saying all this amazing stuff. And I just want to end tonight's show by saying ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLKJIHGFEDCBA. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.